What is the most important skill every CEO must have? Is it strategy, communication, or innovation? These are all valuable, but there is one skill that stands above the rest. Wisdom. Wisdom is the ability to make the right decisions, to see beyond the present moment, and to lead with understanding. It is more than intelligence or experience. It is the key to success in leadership. The Bible speaks a lot about wisdom. Proverbs 4 verse 7 says, "Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom." Even great leaders in the Bible, like Solomon, Joseph, and Jesus, showed that wisdom is what makes a leader truly strong. In this video, we will explore what wisdom is, why every CEO needs it, biblical examples of wisdom in leadership, how you can develop wisdom as a leader. If you want to grow as a leader and make wise decisions, keep watching. What is wisdom? Wisdom is more than just knowledge. It is the ability to apply knowledge in the right way. A person can have intelligence but still make foolish decisions. Wisdom helps us choose the best path, even in difficult situations. The Bible teaches that true wisdom comes from God. Proverbs 9 verse 10 says, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom." This means that wisdom starts when we respect and trust God's guidance. Wisdom is different from intelligence or experience. Someone may be smart or have years of leadership experience, but without wisdom, they can still fail. Wisdom helps leaders make decisions that are not only smart but also right, fair, and beneficial in the long run. A wise leader knows how to discern right from wrong and make sound decisions under pressure. Lead with understanding and patience. See beyond short-term success to long-term impact. Every CEO needs wisdom to lead their company, manage people, and make decisions that will bring lasting success. Without wisdom, leadership can lead to mistakes, conflicts, and even failure. Now that we understand what wisdom is, let's look at why is wisdom essential for CEOs? A CEO makes important decisions every day. These decisions can affect employees, customers, and even the future of the company. Without wisdom, a leader may make choices that lead to failure. But with wisdom, a CEO can guide the company to success with confidence and integrity. Here are 4 reasons why wisdom is the most important skill for a CEO. 1. Wisdom leads to good decision-making. CEOs face tough choices. Hiring the right people, managing finances, handling competition, and more. Wisdom helps them see beyond the immediate situation and make decisions that bring long-term benefits. Proverbs 3 verses 13 to 14 says, "Blessed is the one who finds wisdom, and the one who gets understanding, for the gain from her is better than gain from silver and her profit better than gold." Money and power are helpful, but without wisdom, they can be wasted. 2. Wisdom helps in crisis management. Every leader faces challenges. Economic downturns, conflicts, or unexpected problems. A wise CEO stays calm and finds solutions instead of reacting in fear. Matthew 7 verses 24 to 25 compares wisdom to a house built on a rock. The rain fell, the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on that house, but it did not fall, because it had been founded on the rock. A company led by wisdom will stand strong even in hard times. 3. Wisdom builds strong relationships. A CEO must lead a team, deal with customers, and work with business partners. Wisdom helps leaders handle people with kindness, fairness, and understanding. James 3 verse 17 says, "But the wisdom from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, open to reason, full of mercy and good fruits, impartial and sincere." A wise CEO listens, learns, and leads with humility. 4. Wisdom creates a lasting legacy. Short-term success can come from ambition, but long-term success comes from wisdom. A wise CEO does not only think about today's profits but also about the future impact of their leadership. Proverbs 19 verse 8 says, "The one who gets wisdom loves life. The one who cherishes understanding will soon prosper." A leader who seeks wisdom builds something that lasts. Without wisdom, even the smartest leaders can fail. But with wisdom, a CEO can make the right decisions, overcome challenges, lead people well, and build a company that stands the test of time. Next, let's look at some powerful examples of wisdom in leadership from the Bible. Biblical examples of wisdom in leadership. The Bible is full of leaders who succeeded because of wisdom. Some were kings, others were advisors, and some were even rejected at first. But in the end, their wisdom led to victory, success, and lasting impact. Here are 3 powerful examples of wisdom in leadership. 1. Solomon. Wisdom in decision-making. When Solomon became king, he could have asked God for wealth or power. Instead, he asked for wisdom to lead his people well. 1 Kings 3 verse 9 he says, "Give your servant therefore an understanding mind to govern your people, that I may discern between good and evil." God granted his request, and Solomon became one of the greatest kings in history. His wisdom helped him make fair decisions, manage a great kingdom, and bring peace and prosperity to Israel. Lesson for CEOs. A wise leader seeks understanding before making decisions. Leadership is not about personal gain, but about serving others well. 2. Joseph, wisdom in strategy and planning. Joseph went from being a slave to becoming the second most powerful man in Egypt. How? Wisdom. When Pharaoh had a troubling dream about 7 years of plenty followed by 7 years of famine, Joseph used wisdom to interpret the dream and create a survival strategy. In Genesis 41 verses 39 to 40, Pharaoh says to Joseph, "Since God has shown you all this, there is none so discerning and wise as you. You shall be over my house, and all my people shall order themselves as you command." Because of Joseph's wisdom, Egypt was saved from disaster, and even other nations came to buy food from them. Lesson for CEOs. Wise leaders don't just react to problems. They prepare for the future. Strategic thinking and planning are key to success. 3. Jesus, wisdom in leadership and teaching. Jesus was not a CEO, but he led with more wisdom than any leader in history. He built a movement that still changes lives today. His teachings were filled with wisdom that guided people to live with purpose. He compared wisdom to a solid foundation. In Matthew 7 verses 24 to 25, Jesus says, "Everyone then who hears these words of mine and does them will be like a wise man who built his house on the rock." Jesus knew that real leadership is not about popularity or quick success. It is about building something that lasts. Lesson for CEOs. A wise leader builds on strong values, not trends. True success comes from leading with integrity, wisdom, and long-term vision. These 3 leaders, Solomon, Joseph, and Jesus, show us that wisdom is the foundation of great leadership. Whether making decisions, planning for the future, or leading people, wisdom is the key to success. Next, let's explore how CEOs today can develop wisdom in their leadership. Wisdom is not something we are born with. It is something we must seek, learn, and apply. The Bible teaches that wisdom comes from God, and any leader who desires success must actively pursue it. Here are 4 key ways a CEO can develop wisdom. 1. Seek God's guidance. True wisdom begins with a relationship with God. When we seek His guidance, He directs our steps. James 1 verse 5 advises, "If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God, who gives generously to all without reproach, and it will be given him." A wise CEO prays before making big decisions, asking God for insight and clarity. Practical step. Start each day with prayer, asking God for wisdom in leadership. 2. Read and apply Scripture. The Bible is filled with principles that guide wise leadership. From Proverbs to the teachings of Jesus, Scripture provides timeless wisdom for business and life. Psalm 119 verse 105 tells us, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path." A CEO who studies the Bible gains practical wisdom on integrity, decision-making, and leading people with fairness. Practical step. Set aside time daily or weekly to read Proverbs and reflect on leadership lessons from Scripture. 3. Surround yourself with wise counsel. No leader succeeds alone. Wise CEOs seek advice from trusted mentors, advisors, and experienced leaders. Proverbs 11 verse 14 cautions, "Where there is no guidance, a people falls, but in an abundance of counselors there is safety." A CEO who listens to wise counsel avoids costly mistakes and gains new perspectives. Practical step. Build a network of mentors, Christian business leaders, or accountability partners who can offer wisdom and guidance. 4. Practice humility and continuous learning. Wise leaders never stop learning. They stay humble, knowing there is always room to grow. In Proverbs 19 verse 20 we are advised to listen to advice and accept instruction, that you may gain wisdom in the future. Arrogance leads to failure, but a teachable spirit leads to growth. Even the best CEOs remain students of leadership, learning from successes and failures. Practical step. Read books on leadership, attend seminars, and be open to feedback from others. Wisdom is the most important skill every CEO must have. It is the key to making sound decisions, leading with integrity, and building something that lasts. Proverbs 4 verse 7 says, "Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom." As a leader, pursuing wisdom should be your greatest priority. Or what do you think?